Today I have for you a You Are Special card, and it's made using the Happy Days paper pack and accompanying elements such as the paper towel and the Happy Thoughts dazzles. These are scrapbooking dazzles, but they're also perfect for card making. So here's the front, and I hand cut these hexagons in the background, but it's super easy and I'll show you how. And the inside is just this dazzle banner backed with paper with this smile greeting. So let's get started. So I put the design toolkit number 4 on this black paper so that you can see all the shapes better. And so here are all 6 of the pieces that come with that set. And I'm actually going to be using this hexagon shape to cover the front of my card. Now with the hexagon shape, I'm going to cut multiple hexagons and I'm going to fit them together sort of like in a honeycomb pattern. So I'm going to take the hexagon and bring in my Happy Days paper pack here. And let's see, there's so many fun patterns, it's really hard to choose which one I want to use first. I'm going to go with this solid green, and I'm going to cut a few hexagons out of that. And then I'll cut a few hexagons out of some patterns and some others in the pack. And then I'll start assembling them on the card. The first step to using these templates is to place it on your paper. You can place it on the back of the paper. This is a little bit busy, so it's a little hard to see. So I'm going to go ahead and place it on the actual sides that I'm going to be cutting. And I can go ahead and line it up with the edge just so I don't have to cut that edge. It's already straight for me. Okay. And I'm going to do a few more just stacked against each other to make them more simple to cut out. So now you can see how I fit the hexagons together to maximize the use of my paper. So I only have to make one cut in between all these shapes instead of cutting each one out individually. And this is actually how I'm going to be arranging my multicolored hexagons on my card, so that's kind of an easy way to show that. Okay, so here's the arrangement of all of my hexagons. I've got 16 in total. And I've arranged them how I'm going to glue them down on the card. But first I'm going to take my black StazOn ink pad and I'm going to ink all the edges of each of the shapes to give them a little more definition and kind of make them look a little bit 3D. So I'm just dabbing my cosmetic wedge onto my ink pad and giving each straight edge a little bit of black ink. I really do like how it gives it that nice shaded effect. Okay, so I'm done gluing all my hexagons on my card. This is what the back looks like. And I actually have a little bit of extra white space on this side, so what I'm going to do is trim off the very side edge of this yellow hexagon and glue it over here, and the same thing with this orange one, and just make sure that the pattern kind of continues off the card. So I've trimmed off both the side edges, and the easiest way to trim any of the edges is with a ruler and a penknife. And it just takes one swipe. Make sure your ruler is nice and even and your penknife is right against the ruler. And you'll have a perfectly clean edge at the end. Doing the other side now. Okay, so there's my card. So now I'm going to put my special in the center of this paper towel piece. So to center it, I'm gonna pick the middle letter first and place that in the middle. And I'm also gonna add these two words, you are. So I'm gonna leave a little bit of space at the top. Right about there. Okay, so that's all done. Now I can put all my paper towel layers together. Okay, so I've applied my foam tape to all my pieces, except for the bottom piece, of course. And then I'm going to just match these images up and assemble my complete paper towel piece. So I've got my completed paper towel image here. I'm actually not going to put foam tape on the back. I'm going to glue it with glue stick to this piece of black cardstock. And I'm going to carefully cut around the edges to make that nice black outline or matting of the black cardstock. I'm going to use my small craft scissors here and just kind of go around about, I would say, 1/8 of an inch or a little less of a border all the way around the shape. So what I've got here is a light blue scallop strip of paper, and it's about 3/4 inch wide by a little bit longer than the card. And I'm actually going to glue this across pretty much the center of the card, and then I'm going to add some black dazzle borders along the top and bottom of it before I add this nice framed focal. So I'm going to use this thin reverse scallop border, and it doesn't reach quite to the edge of the card, so what I'm going to do is kind of guess where this is going to land and make a cut right about there in both of the borders, so there and there. And I'm going to go ahead and peel off this short piece, place it right on the edge here, and then the corresponding long piece will finish off that border. So there's just a tiny gap here, and that'll be covered up once the card is finished. So same thing with the bottom one. Now that I'm done with that step, I'm going to turn the card over and trim off the excess here. Now I'm going to ink all 4 edges of the card black to kind of give it a cohesive look. Okay, so I'm almost done with my card, but I want to add a few more dazzles to it. So that's going to go right about there. But I'm going to add these kind of wing-looking dazzles kind of underneath the focal. So, let's see how this looks. Probably about there. And then the other one opposite it on the bottom. Alright, so I'm actually just peeling off the last of the foam tape on the back of this, and I'm going to place it right about there. So there's some nice dimension here with all those layers of paper towel with the foam tape in between, and I do like how that's looking so far. I'm just going to add a couple more dazzles and then we'll be done. So I'm looking at these stars, and I think I want to do a set of 3 stars just extending along this strip here. So I'm picking them up with my knife. I just find it's easier to place this way. And right there. Here's a good medium-sized one. One about right there. And a little one. Right there. So for the inside of this card, I'm just going to make it really simple. I'm just going to make a little banner across the top using this dazzle piece right here, and I'm going to back the flags with colored paper from the Happy Days paper pack. So the first thing I'm going to do is to peel off the whole banner and kind of set it down sticky side up. What I'm going to do now is cut little pieces of paper to fit my flags. And they don't have to be exact right now. I'm going to trim them later. I just want them to cover this part right here. So they are sticking to the sticky surface of the dazzles. Do one in red. It'll be red on the other side. One, let's see, let's do an orange one. Or a yellow one, excuse me. So we'll see what it's looking like from the front. There we go. And then 2 more, so let's do a blue. And a green. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is trim off the edges just carefully along the dazzle, and it's actually pretty easy to follow these lines. And I'm going to completely trim off all the excess paper until I have a nice clean banner. So now I have this nice clean banner. I'm going to turn it back over and put a little bit of glue on each of the flags since they're not sticky. The black parts are still sticky. Come back with my card. And this is the inside. And I kind of like it going off to the side here. So, oops. I'm gonna just place it right there. And now I'm just gonna add in these little doodads that are inside each of the flags. This one I already took off, but there are plenty other stars to choose from, so I'm gonna use one of those. So I'm just gonna peel it off stick it on. And to finish off the inside, I'm just going to peel off this big word, smile, carefully, so nothing gets stretched. And I'm going to place it in this top empty area here as an inside greeting. And there we go. And the inside. I really do like the fun, kind of youthful, playful patterns in this paper pack, the paper towel, and the dazzles. They all work together so nicely, and that's the really cool thing about hot off the press collections. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Don't forget to click on the bundle for great savings, and let me show you what's in the bundle. So you're getting the awesome Happy Days double-sided paper pack, and let me just show you quickly all the different designs. There's this nice cute circle kind of multi-pattern. The back looks like a close-up of denim, which is fun, or herringbone. And then we have the red dot with the chevrons on the back. This is one of my favorite patterns. It's a nice light blue scallop circle pattern with textured red and an olive green with a blue texture. Then a nice cute, it's kind of a miniature pattern of this with a navy blue in the background with green on the back, orange pattern, all over pattern with the same pattern in yellow and white on the back. So you're actually getting 2 of each of these sheets, so for a total of 12 sheets. You're also getting these great dazzles, and these are the Happy Thoughts dazzles. There's 3 sheets. Here's the package. We show you some different projects, how to do them, and just a little image here of all the stickers you're getting. And we're giving you the design toolkit, which is this great template set. It has a bunch of different shapes, 6 pieces, and they're all connected by this chain, but it's really handy because the chain comes off and then you can place these wherever you want for labels, for shapes, like I used on this card. And it's just a great little tool. And then we have the Happy Days 3D paper towel, and this is labels. So you're getting 2 sheets that come in the same package, and each sheet has a couple images on it. This one's got this label here and then one here, so 3, and then 4, 5, and the 6th one, which is the one I used on the card. So some fabulous products in this bundle, and they're all brand new and very cheerful and youthful and playful. So I hope you get to enjoy them as much as I have.